I don't know. Graduating high school is something I never thought I was gonna do. It was, my mom actually said it when I told her that I was graduating. Her exact words were, if you weren't gonna do it for yourself, you were gonna do it in spite of other people. I'm Amy Novosod. I go to school, I go to Old Columbine High School. I actually just graduated last week. I was born in Longmont, actually, where I live now, and like I said, I have a brother and sister, and we lived there for a while. I was 5 when we moved. My dad was in the hospital for most of my, childhood up to then. We ended up losing our house, and so we packed up and moved to Milliken and with my uncle, which was the best thing we could have done. We were there for 7 years before we moved, and when we moved, things started getting a little rough with my parents. They were always fighting, Dad wasn't coming home. They ended up getting divorced. It was very hard. They were together for 15 years. That's all I knew was my parents together. I was in 5th grade. So when that happened, my dad packed up all his stuff and left that night. He sat me down and told me that he didn't love us anymore. That he had a new family that he was happy with. And we lived in a pigsty. We weren't gonna amount to anything. I started going to therapy because I thought I was suicidal or bipolar or something was wrong with me. Jackie, my old guardian, she sat me down one night and asked me if I wanted to go with. Her rules were my parents weren't allowed to come. Talked to my parents. I talked to my therapist about it first, and she helped me sit both my parents down to tell them that Jackie was getting guardianship of me. I moved out to Arizona, started doing really, really well. I went back to school, went back to high school, met my best friend, and it didn't work out. When I moved back down here from Arizona, moved in with my dad, I got arrested for shoplifting. It was me and a friend, and we actually ran. She got caught. I went back. I turned myself in, and I was like, I'm better than that. So I went back and turned myself in. I did community service actually through my school. I did it in the nursery, and then got a full-time job and just started working instead of, what I used to do, which really helped. I finally got my own apartment right before I turned 17. I moved out, told my dad it was this or I'm taking him to court. He was also stealing from me. He was stealing half my paychecks. I have a safe place to live now, which is nice. What got me through those dark times were the fact that I wanted to prove my dad wrong. I got my tassel for graduation in December, and I was excited about it, so I sent him a picture and he said, it's a little premature. And I was like, just wait. I like when people doubt me. I actually have my CNA. I'm a certified nursing assistant. I really want to go to school for nursing. I like working with people. I like helping people because, I didn't have people to help me, and then I did. And it's amazing what one person can do to change a life. I stayed up at night just wishing my parents would call, wishing they would care, wishing that they would, be the people who would be my role models. But you learn that, friends can be role models. They can be the ones, anyone, and a stranger on the street who just smiles at you. It's those people who matter the most because they make the biggest impact without, actually trying. Just doing it because they care and because they love you. Old Columbine was actually my 6th high school by my junior year. I never thought that I'd finish high school, so I never thought college would be in the picture. When I got to Old Columbine, Kristen met me, and the week later she's like, when you graduate, I want to nominate you for this scholarship. And now that it's surreal thinking I can go to college. I can do something with my life because I never thought I could. I can't go to college without help. I can't afford it. I don't have my parents. I can't even do my FAFSA under my parents' names. The donors make the world go round. They help kids like me achieve goals that are, you know, daydreams. But with scholarships and the donations and things like that, it makes it so I can and I want to. It makes me feel worth it, that people actually help and care, and it makes me feel like I don't want to let these people down. I want to prove that I'm good enough.